Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Chatting with Courtney, where we're delving into the heart of who we are as VM Group and exploring some of the key areas that drive our success and fuel our commitment to you, our members and clients. There is no doubt that it is our team members who are at the heart of everything we do. So in this episode, we're joined by Dr. Dayton Robinson, our Group Chief HR Officer, who will be sharing some insights on how VM strives to stand out as an employer. We will be looking at how we support and empower our team and how we foster a positive culture across the VM Group. Dayton, thanks for being here.
Thank you, sir, Courtney. It's a pleasure.
Good. So Dayton, as a mutual and one that has been around for 145 years, in fact, almost 146, we would not have achieved all we have without really being committed to our team members. Could you share with us the philosophy that has guided VM in the development of our people?
So, Courtney, you know this very well, that we're in a talent business. Yeah? An organization with the right talent is an organization that's going to win in this time, with this kind of VUCA environment. They require the talent to win. But what's the right talent? A right talent is not necessarily, for us here, is not necessarily the brightest person, It's the person who is fittest for our culture. Because we have recognized that if we can onboard person with the right behaviors and that are more aligned to our belief structure here at VM, we can nurture them to get to their career aspirations while still having them function collaboratively as a team to deliver on the organization's purpose. So we know that with the creation of that environment, we can do that with our team members very well. And you can find that in our employee value proposition as well. So we focus a lot on onboarding team members with the right fit for our culture, nurture and develop those skill sets so that they can achieve on their career aspirations while delivering on the organization purpose, but looking at them as an entire human being, a total team member. There are certain things that we pay close attention to while we're doing that. We're providing growth and opportunities for our team members. We're ensuring that they own their own home. But most importantly, we want to create an environment as part of our philosophy where team members feel a sense of belonging.
All right, so as you speak about the sense of belonging, VM exists in a context, right? As do all institutions. Mm-hmm. What are some of the trends and opportunities and even the challenges that are emerging now in the HR field, and how is VM responding to those?
Boy, Courtney, let me tell you, what I would say is that exciting times ahead. Exciting times ahead. And let me explain to you what I mean by that. My grandparents, the boomers and the older Xers, there was a point in time when employee satisfaction was a thing. They want to feel satisfied. They come to work, they work for 30 years, they earn a salary, they go home, they feed the family, and they say, thank you, Jesus, I have a job, right? And then came the younger Xers and the older millennials who say, no, man, I want to be engaged. I want more than just job satisfaction. I want to be able to excel in my role, and I want to become a manager or a leader, and that became a thing, employee engagement. Well, the current trend now, right, is more along the path of employee experience. Almost like you have the customer experience, now you have the employee experience.
So we're not going for just satisfaction?
No, or engagement anymore.
Right?
No.
Employee experience.
Yeah, man, the younger millennials and the Gen Zs want an experience while at work. They will tell that they want to have their best life. So stuff like, am I included in decision making when it's being made? Am I being heard at work? Do I have the flexibility to do other things? That kind of thing. Am I paid for value and not just what you think the job is worth? Right? Those are the conversations from the employee side that is coming down well, not coming down the tube, is right here. On the employer side, they're saying, no man, we want speed and we want agility, right? We want to let AI and HR work together. And by AI and HR, I mean artificial intelligence and human intelligence working together quickly. We want digital capabilities. We want people who can adapt to change readily. Um, so from the employer side, that's what's going on, and from the employee side, that's what's going on. So it's like a melting pot of diverse thoughts happening. And so now HR has that awesome and fun job now to create policies and procedures that can maximize the return on human capital from the employee side, while still creating that agile environment for customers and employees and all the stakeholders. So those are the things that are coming down the tube, Courtney.
What are we doing in VM to foster a stronger culture, a culture that leads to higher engagement of our team, higher levels of satisfaction, or in fact, how you put it, the better experience, the better employee experience? So how are we approaching that work?
So Courtney, I've never experienced a structured culture program like the one that we have here at the VM Group, and I've worked in other organizations where we have good culture, but here at the VM Group, we have spent millions of dollars over the years to establish our culture for accountability program, which is a good program. But it is not just an academic exercise, right? We have done several things. In recent times, we have created a culture steer committee that is led by you, right? To monitor the executions of initiatives that we are putting in place to ensure that our culture is the one that we want, because we are cognizant of the fact that if we don't have the right culture in place, our strategies won't be executed on properly. So our culture requires us to give good feedback and to receive the feedback as well. And not just to do that, but that will create an environment where our team members can feel empowered to see a problem first and foremost, and be empowered to form groups to solve it. But not just to solve it and leave it, but also empowered, further be empowered to execute on those solutions that they have come up with, so that the VM group can win at the end of the day. Because how you know that you have an awesome culture is when it manifests itself in us actually actualizing on our results. And that's what we need our team members to do. And so that's why we spend this thing. But not only that, in executing on those solutions we have come up with, our team members get an opportunity to be innovative, an opportunity to be creative. And so they themselves are growing and actualizing into the career that they want to achieve at the end of the day.
Excellent. So the last thing I'd like to talk with you about, Dayton, is the matter of talent development. Because, for us to win, for us to serve our members and clients in the ways that they expect us to, and to achieve our strategic goals, clearly we have to recruit the right people.
Right.
We have to retain them, but also, very importantly, we have to develop those people so that they realize their full potential and perform at their very best. What is our approach to talent development? How are we ensuring that our people are delivering their very best?
Okay. And that's where the fun part is, Courtney. When team members enter our organization, let's start from there. They come in very excited, and you better believe that they have a future in their mind already painted, right? So that's when they enter. At VM, we recognize that. So once a team member has completed their probationary period, which is around about 6 months, 3 to 6 months, we have mandated that all our team members should have an individual development plan in place right away. No,
Individual development.
IDP for everybody.
All team members.
All team members, because at VM, no talent should get lost in the system, right? So you develop an IDP. Now, whereas the IDP is the responsibility of the team member, the onus is also on the leader to ensure that that IDP is done. Because it has within that the career blockers and stalkers, the things that you're good at, right? The gaps that you need to close to get to your career development, right? Once you have gotten through that, we have a robust process of identifying potential in our employees. And we have mandated that be recorded in all of our appraisal sessions. So every team member should know what their potential is. And your potential must be based on something. You have to be potential for something.
Yes.
Right? And so that something must be identified for you. Right? And it can be several things as well. And it's from that potential that we direct that development to our succession plans and our career development plans and so on. But we are doing one better next year. Because next year, what we're going to be doing is to even create a better structure where persons can see their growth with even more clarity. So we're developing what we call a junior professional program that will be launched early next year. I mean, first quarter next year, that will be rolled out, which is where team members who enter our organization at a junior level, probably 1 to 3 years, or between levels 1 to 3, enter into a program where they get experiential based learning, coaching and mentoring, and some formal learning on some specific competencies that will get them ready for the next level, which is a leadership development program, right? So we are going to graduate persons from the junior professional program into what we call a leadership development program. And they have a different set of skill set competencies that we'll be working on and a different type of coaching and mentoring. We will identify people from that and graduate them into an executive leadership program, right? And so our structure is going to be very clear, very transparent, right? But it's going to be like a university going through this program where you get your experiential based learning and thing. And one last thing, quick before I jump in, because it's important that we get the right leaders in those jobs.
Right.
Because without leadership, our programs, our strategy, everything, our culture will fall apart.
Absolutely. We are all of us in the leadership of VM, we are very excited about those 3 programs that will be introduced. You know, the only thing that we're waiting on now is for them to be executed and for the people to benefit from it and share with us how they feel that they have developed as a result.
Absolutely. And they should hold us accountable for that as well.
Absolutely. So, you know, I said that was the last question, but I'm so excited about what you just shared that I have to throw one other in. Tell us about the future of work and how you see work in VM changing over, say, the next 5 to 10 years. Put your crystal ball in front of you and just tell us now.
Future work going to be very different. All right. Let's look at it from the fact that artificial intelligence, machine learning, robotics, digital capabilities will be the order of the day. That's AI, this AI side of it. And all jobs, and the team members need to know this, all jobs that are like administrative, or all jobs that you can predict with certain level of reasonableness, will be performed by machines.
Yes.
Right? You can't run from that. It's what's happening. It's coming, right? And what will happen with the world of work because of those things? Because that's artificial intelligence, but that can't be done well without human intelligence. So you still have to focus on the human capabilities. But the way work will be set up will be different because what you're going to have is that you're going to have kind of off-balance sheet type of jobs. And by off-balance sheet type of jobs, I mean you're going to have a lot of gigs and contracts and people executing on projects remotely from anywhere in the world. That's not just the financial sector because it's already moving. So jobs like teller and so on, administrative functions and so on in your job, we have to start looking and say, oh, we shift these jobs because they're going to be performed differently by AI and so on. But the exciting part of it is that there's some new competencies that will come on board now. And those new competencies is that we're going to require persons, we have to develop our people to manage diverse workforce, right? So our leaders will have to develop a different type of competence, how you manage people in different kind of work, and get them engaged and so on. Several generation, all of that.
Speaking about, yeah.
Right, and so on. So you're going to have that coming on board. People who will rise to the top in different jobs are people who can adjust quickly. So if you have team members here who are saying, oh, this is what is on my job description, and so therefore, this is what I'm going to do, they're going to get left behind very easily because the job descriptions are going to be like this, and they're going to be changing, right, and so on. Data analytics and understanding the P&L, that is not a job for accountants and people who are engineers and people who are on the number spectrum. Data analytics is going to be for every job, right, that you do because it's an enabler. It's not even a competence. It's just something that you're going to need to perform your job well. You're going to require people to be able to communicate properly or better, right? Because communication does not necessarily in the future means that I have to see you, Courtney, to understand what you think, how you think, how you feel, and so on. Because you're going to be the environment is going to be so diverse. You're going to have to be flexible in your communication. So I would not say that our team members should be worried. I'm saying that they should be excited because new and different kind of work things will be coming on stream. But you have to just be open to work to different kind of work.
Love that. I think that's a great note on which to end. Thank you, Dayton, for joining me and for sharing with us how VM is approaching the development of our talent, building this positive culture and this very positive experience for all our team members.
The pleasure is mine, Courtney.
To all our viewers, thank you for joining us for this episode of Chatting with Courtney. We hope that you have learned a lot about how VM is building a strong team to serve you better and to help to transform your everyday. See you next time.